I need to do something productive. All I've done is waste time. Time that I might not have tomorrow. But I can't be asked. Why can't I be asked? I know I need to do something with my life. But here I am, bored, watching Netflix. Again. Why do I keep doing this? I'm ashamed of myself. I'm weak. Mentally, physically. I need to work out. I need to get a job. I need to start making videos. I need to be active in my own copywriting community. Copywriting. I need to start copywriting as well. So many things I need to do. There's no point in any of this. Why did I even start copywriting in the first place? I hope you enjoyed that little short film that I made. I mean, it's nothing special. It's Warner Brothers level, it's not that good, but this is my first ever copywriting notebook. What I did to write down my notes. When I first got into copywriting, around a year ago, almost 2 years ago in July, and I filled this whole thing. Absolutely everything is just filled to the brim all the way until the end of just notes. And a mistake that I made is I never actually read these notes back. And this is the first ever thing that I wrote down in here. The value equation, where the dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of success divided by the effort and sacrifice times the time delay. Now, to me right now, that makes basically no sense. It's trying to make the equation of value in a mathematical sense, value in the sense of the value inside your copy when you're writing it, how valuable your copy is to the reader. And reading back to that, I completely don't understand it. If I were to have read my notes constantly since the day that I started, then I would be very knowledgeable. I would be very familiar with the knowledge that I already have. I'll be able to just pull everything out, but I haven't done that. And this is going to get to my next talking point, which is the fact that I personally I don't agree with the way that I learned copywriting. The method that I took to learn copywriting, as opposed to what I think would be the most beneficial way to learn it now, which is hence the title, which is why I'm relearning copywriting, which is why I want to relearn copywriting, except do it the right way. Now, what I done is that same notebook, I would write pages upon pages every single day. Me and my business partner, we would write tons of pages a day of these copywriting notebooks, copywriting notes. And it was like a race. Who had got to the next module, who had done this segment, and who was on to the next course. We wasn't actually taking in everything. We wasn't understanding everything or learning everything, because when it got to the actual point where we needed to take action, we needed to outreach, we didn't know anything, because we wasn't practicing our emails, we wasn't practicing our copy, our landing pages, anything like that. We were just writing the notes and trying to understand. And we caught onto this mistake early on, and we tried to make a habit of testing each other on random parts of the notebook, but they never went anywhere because both of us would always get the questions wrong. And because we always got the questions wrong, it was like that. There's just no point. Let's just continue what we're doing. Now, that's wrong. The thing that I have now learned, and the thing that I know, is the best way to learn and go forward when learning copywriting, or for any skill for that matter, right? Is once you've learned something, put it into action and basically master it. So if, let's say, that same value equation, right? And when I've learned that, I need to understand it. Okay, I've written it down, but understand it, put it into action. When I'm writing copy, when I'm practicing writing copy, I have to understand the value equation and kind of put it into my copy. Now, value equation in itself is just a very confusing thing or topic or whatever. So let's do something different, okay? Let's do something like the HSO framework, the hook, story, offer framework, the email framework. Now, I understood the hook, story, offer, okay, fine. But I didn't truly understand it. Okay, but how do I get my hook to be good? How do I make my story interesting? And how do I make an offer that the reader can't refuse? I need to go in depth with the learning and put into action every single thing that I learn as soon as I learn it, so I can engrave it in my brain and therefore become a better copywriter. Because knowledge is absolutely nothing without action, and vice versa. There's no point taking action if you don't know what you're doing, but there's no point learning stuff if you're not going to put it into action. It's a two-way street. And before, when I first started learning copywriting, before, I was just taking in the knowledge. I wasn't putting any of it into action. And once I had done all of that, I then had tried to put all of the knowledge that I had just gained and then take action on it. But it's all overwhelming because now I've just learned so many different things, and I'm trying to put it all into action, put it all into one email that I've only just started to write. As opposed to, instead, I can build up. Learn one thing, take action. 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 And eventually, you will get used to every single one of those steps and be able to put that into your copy naturally. Your copy will be 100 times better. You know what I mean? Especially since most of the competitors out there, most of the other copywriters out there that you're competing against, they do the first thing that I said. They get all the knowledge, then they try to put it all into action. If you yourself, if me and you, if we literally just take action right after we've learned something, then we're already above majority of other copywriters, like other beginner copywriters. You know what I mean? We're already above them. And that's how I want to take my copywriting journey. That's how I want to take the next steps of my copywriting journey. You can do the same if you want. It doesn't really matter. If you're comfortable where you are, then you're comfortable where you are. However, something else that I want to do in my copywriting journey now is focus on AI. Focus on integrating AI into my copy, or rather leveraging the power of AI to make my copy better. The copywriting game now, if you don't use AI, then you can be outwritten basically by anyone who knows how to use AI. And that's something that I want to learn. I want to learn how to use AI in my copy. I want to learn the best methods, the best ways, how to actually use AI when writing in my copy. Because I'm sure you have heard, and any other copywriter that you've spoken to, I'm sure you have heard about using AI in your copy. But when you try, you don't know what you're doing. And it's not like any big copywriters out there really talk about AI. They just talk about the basics of email, this framework, outreach. So it's not really, they don't really teach you about AI. So I want to do that. I want to learn how to use AI and I want to put that into my copy. So I'll be relearning copy from the very basics, putting what I learn into action, as well as learning AI on top of that, so I can also learn how to integrate the very thing that I just learned into my copy whilst I'm taking action. And theoretically, right? Theoretically, if I do this for just 30 days, if I do this for 30 days straight, I will probably be better than 90% of beginner copywriters out there. And that's not including my prior knowledge or my prior experience or the prior clients that I've gotten or the prior money that I've made. Doesn't include any of that. If I started from scratch, from zero, and I wanted to relearn copywriting, which I am going to relearn copywriting, but if I had no knowledge and I learned copywriting, learned AI, and took action on both of those things at the same time and integrated them together, I'll be unstoppable, realistically. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do, you know? And I want to do other things. I want to continue to make more videos. And I think from now, if I learn something, I'm going to put it on YouTube. If you want to learn the things that I'm learning, just watch out for my uploads. I'll teach you what I'm learning if you also want to relearn copywriting in a better, more beneficial way to your career, you know? So just watch out for my uploads. However, I'm also going to be more active in my copywriting community, this Discord server that I have. You know, I created it, haven't really been active in it. I haven't really had the time to do most of the things that I've said that I will. However, I'm going to be more active in there. So if you have any questions, because I've got a lot of people reaching out to me on Instagram or Twitter, but I do not use those for DMing or conversations. If you want to get a hold of me, join my copywriting community, join my Discord server, and then you can just send me a text, because I have a thing where if we're in the same server, we can message each other. So you don't have to send a friend request. You don't have to do anything like that. Just join my server, then message me. I will respond to you. So if you want to get a hold of me, join the Discord, message me. That's it. Link to that will be in the description. So yeah, that concludes this video. Don't overthink anything I said. You know, the process is easy. Just relearn it, take action on it, integrate AI, and do that with every step of the way. So yeah, don't overthink it. Just trust your intuition and do your own thing. Peace.